What's your real name?
I'm Bad Blake. Wasn't born bad. When I die, my tombstone will have my real name on it. Until then, I'm just gonna stay bad.
It's an awful long time for people to have to wait to find out.
Maybe not.
You, Daddy, you got any kids?
Please, I'm gonna have to start getting going here.
All right. Can you give me just another half an hour after the show?
Well, let's see how it goes on. I appreciate it. You have to do your work, I understand that, but let's just see how it goes.
All right, thank you.
So Wesley's, what, your cousin?
He's my uncle.
That boy sure can play piano.
All right, thank you.
All right, now.
Funny how falling feels like flying, Bad sings, for a little while. And it's true enough, isn't it? And like many of us, Bad Blake's fall has been kind of happening for a very long time. And when we see this clip here, we think that Bad has hit rock bottom. But surprisingly, he hasn't. We think he's hit rock bottom because he's 57 years old. He's a has-been country singer who's living out of his 78 Suburban and these mangy roadside motels that his manager books for him. And he's literally gone from headlining concerts in the big stadiums to playing little gigs like the one you see here in bowling alleys for the only people old enough to remember his songs, the seniors for the most part. He's been married 4 times, and he's bedded more women than he can remember, most of whom he doesn't even know their name. The only thing that he's managed to stay faithful to through his 57 years is his brand of whiskey, McClure's. See, Bad's life is an empty one, filled with booze, nicotine, and sex. He's alienated from all the important relationships, or at least relationships that once were important to him. All of his former bandmates, a protege that he was training, who's now a superstar country singer, his 4 wives, all his friends but one, and even his own son, who he abandoned at the age of 4. His life is spent in a stupor of regret that he covers up through the use of whiskey. Not your typical movie hero, right? In fact, though Bad Blake, played by award-winning actor Jeff Bridges, he received the Actor of the Year award for this role that he played. Although Bad Blake is the main character of the movie Crazy Heart, there's not very much that endears us to him, especially in the first 30 minutes of the film. That is, until he rolls into sleepy Santa Fe, where he meets a young reporter, Jean Craddock, and you see her played by Maggie Gyllenhaal, and she's interviewing him there in that motel room. And she's doing an interview for like a no-name small newspaper. But as battered by the road as he is, he's still bad. And so Jean proves unable to resist his grimy charm, and the two of them end up involved with each other before you know it. And while nothing else changes in Bad's life, we start to get a little bit hope-filled for him because this Gene seems to have a character that is lacking in Bad. But just like bad boy Tom Cruise in Top Gun, Bad's body is writing checks his ego can't cash. And so one day after a huge show in Phoenix and a night of partying, he's driving his Suburban down the road, falls asleep at the wheel, rolls it in the ditch, and ends up in a hospital. Check it out.
Hello, Mr. Blake. Just sit back, relax. You're insanity. You have a broken ankle. You also have a concussion. Just relax.
My guitar.
They're in the closet with your clothes. When you can go is up to the doctor. I'll get the doctor for you. Just sit back. Just relax. We'll get the doctor.
Let me be honest with you, okay? The problem isn't your ankle. It will heal cleanly. The problem is your general condition, or your extreme lack of it. Now, the kinds of stuff we're talking here, emphysema, heart failure, cancer, an extremely good chance of a stroke, are going to kill you. Are you going to talk to me?
About what?
Look, let's not kid ourselves about this one. You're an alcoholic. I'll take care of your leg, give you something for the cholesterol. But you have to stop smoking, stop drinking, and lose 25 pounds. Okay, Mr. Blaine?
This is the scene that captures the moment when the pain of staying the same should be greater than the pain of making necessary changes in life. You survive a brush with death. You get called an alcoholic by your doctor. You get told that if you don't quit smoking and drinking and lose 25 pounds, you're going to die a premature death that'll probably involve a lot of suffering. And movie watchers at this point are left wondering, well, is Bad going to change this time? Is this going to be the push that he needs to commit, especially now that he's got Gene in his life? Is he going to want to change enough to be able to be a better man than just a bad man? Well, Gene allows Bad to move in, and he's got nowhere else to go while he's going through physical recovery for his broken ankle. And the two of them grow even closer. And Bad also shows genuine interest for Gene's 4-year-old son, Buddy. And during one of the more intimate moments in the film, Bad tells Gene that Buddy is the exact age that his son was when he abandoned him, 4 years old. And we get the sense at this point that maybe Bad is looking for some second kind of opportunity in life, a second chance in life through Gene and through Gene's son. But like all of us who struggle in this life with the things that are no good for us, Bad shows us that his recovery is just skin deep. It's a superficial attempt at best. And so during an outing, he's got Buddy with him. Gene has finally trusted him enough to let her son be entrusted to his care. He takes him to a mall, and before you know it, he ends up in a bar. And you guessed it, he gets drunk and loses track of Buddy. And so Buddy is this 4-year-old, and he's wandering around a mall by himself. And eventually the mall security locate the child, but not before Gene gets involved. And she tells him that her trust for him is utterly and rightly shattered, and that he's too self-involved. And she ends the relationship. She says she doesn't want to see him ever again, and he'll never have contact with Buddy either.